Welcome to the Daily Download, tech intelligence for leaders who move fast and think ahead. I'm Brad Nelson, and today is April 28th, 2025. Here's what you need to know today. Juicejacking is back. Juicejacking is a cyber attack where hackers use public charging stations to steal data or install malware on your mobile devices. Now, about a decade ago, Apple and Google introduced security measures to help prevent juicejacking, mostly through security prompts when you plug into a new charger. However, new research from Graz University of Technology has revealed a major flaw. Hackers can now bypass those protections with a technique called choice jacking. Using cheap malicious chargers, attackers can spoof user approvals by acting as both a USB host and a fake Bluetooth keyboard. This trick enables them to access sensitive files on iOS and Android devices, often without the user realizing anything is wrong. Apple and Google have patched the issue in their latest updates, which is iOS 18.4 for Apple and Android 15 for Android. However, many Android devices, especially older ones, remain vulnerable. If your Android phone hasn't updated to Android 15, or your manufacturer hasn't enforced new security prompts, you're still at risk. Bottom line, bring your own charger whenever you're traveling. Only use your own charger. Never use a public charging station. Next, we're going to hop across the pond to Europe. Massive power outages hit Spain, Portugal, and parts of France, knocking out electricity to homes, businesses, airports, metros, and traffic systems across major cities like Madrid, Lisbon, Seville, and Barcelona. The disruption started around 12:30 p.m. CET, with airports operating on backup generators and metro systems fully shut down in places like Madrid, Lisbon, and Porto. The cause of the outage is still under investigation, but early reports suggest a failure in high-voltage transmission lines within the broader European electricity grid. Spain's national grid operator, Red Electrica, says full restoration could take up to 10 hours. France's Basque region has already had its power restored. Emergency services remain operational on backup systems, but authorities are urging people to avoid unnecessary travel as traffic signals and power signs remain offline. Major infrastructure disruptions highlight how interconnected and vulnerable modern power grids have become, affecting everything from business operations to transportation safety. Testimony this week revealed that Google is paying Samsung an enormous sum every month to pre-install its Gemini AI app on Samsung devices, according to Bloomberg. These payments began in January, around the time Samsung launched the Galaxy S25 and made Gemini the default AI assistant, sidelining Samsung's own Bixby. The revelation comes as Google faces major penalties after a judge ruled its search engine is an illegal monopoly. DOJ lawyers are arguing that Google's recent attempt to modify its contracts with phone makers, including Gemini deals, may not go far enough. Internal slides presented at trial show Google had considered even stricter deals requiring partners to bundle Gemini, Search, and Chrome together. The current Gemini deal with Samsung is set for 2 years and includes both fixed monthly payments and a share of Gemini's subscription revenue. While the exact amount isn't public, DOJ attorneys described it as enormous. The Department of Justice is pushing for severe restrictions, including forcing Google to give up exclusive default deals, possibly sell off Chrome, and open up Google search data for licensing. The case could reshape how Google, Samsung, and other tech giants negotiate app placements and change what AI assistants and browsers users see by default. Next, a super exciting new technology, Cooxio launches first semi-solid-state power bank. Solid-state batteries, which could be the future of energy storage, are slowly arriving in consumer tech. This week, Cooxio announced what it claims is the world's first semi-solid-state power bank, the $80 Cooxio S2 Qi2. Unlike traditional lithium-ion batteries, the S2's semi-solid-state design uses a gel-like electrolyte, making it safer, more durable, and more sustainable. Its 5,000 milliamp hour MagSafe compatible power bank that supports 15-watt wireless charging can endure about 1,000 charging cycles before major degradation, and it offers slightly better energy density than typical power banks on the market. While not fully all solid state, the ultimate battery tech goal. This semi-solid state design dramatically reduces the risks of fire and leakage. The S2 is a step forward towards safer, longer-lasting portable power, even if it costs about 60% more than traditional power banks. As new battery technologies make their way into everyday devices, we'll see longer lifespans, fewer safety risks, and more sustainable hardware. These are critical shifts as businesses and consumers rely on mobile tech more than ever. President Donald Trump signed an executive order Thursday aimed at fast-tracking deep-sea mining in U.S. and international waters, targeting critical minerals used in rechargeable batteries like nickel, cobalt, and manganese. The move bypasses the ongoing international talks led by the International Seabed Authority, sparking backlash from environmental groups and other nations. Trump's executive order directs federal agencies to speed up the permitting process for companies seeking to mine beyond national borders and encourages private industry to counter China's dominance in mineral refining. Companies like the Metals Company and Impossible Metals are already preparing to apply for permits under the expedited process. China has officially criticized the move, calling it a violation of international law. Meanwhile, scientists caution that the long-term environmental impacts of mining the deep sea are still largely unknown and could have global consequences. As demand for battery materials skyrockets, the race to secure mineral resources could reshape global politics, tech supply chains, and environmental policy, but it could also come at high ecological cost. Hopping across the pond again, but this time to Africa, Omni Retail raises $20 million to scale profitable tech for African retail. Despite fading venture capital interest in Africa's supply chain startups, Nigeria-based Omni Retail just secured a $20 million Series A round to expand across Nigeria, Ghana, and the Ivory Coast. Omni Retail digitizes order management, payments, and embedded finance for over 150,000 informal retailers, helping them access inventory and credit through a mobile app. Co-led by Norfund and Timon Capital, this new investment comes after Omni Retail achieved a rare milestone: profitability. The company's asset-light network of networks model allows it to work with, not against, Africa's existing distributors, making retail more efficient without displacing key players. Omni Retail now processes over $810 million annually, with near zero default rates on its buy now, pay later platform OmniPay. Strategic moves like acquiring traction apps for payment solutions have strengthened its ecosystem even further, giving Omni Retail deep visibility into retailer finances and supply chains. With this funding, Omni Retail plans to grow into new categories like personal care, cold storage, and expand its credit offerings, all while keeping a sharp focus on profitability. Omni Retail shows that smart tech and embedded finance can transform traditional markets, and that profitable, sustainable growth is very much possible in Africa's startup ecosystem. Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG, is supposed to make enterprise AI systems smarter and more reliable by feeding them verified external content. But new research from Bloomberg shows a major flaw. RAG can actually make large language models less safe by weakening their built-in guardrails. In a study across 11 major AI models, including ChatGPT 4o, Claude 3.5, and Llama 3, Bloomberg found that models which normally block harmful queries were much more likely to give unsafe answers when RAG was in use. Even if the retrieved documents were harmless, the extra content sometimes tricked the AI into bypassing safety filters. For example, Llama's 3 unsafe response rate jumped from just 0.3% to over 9% when RAG was applied. Bloomberg's second paper highlights another gap. Generic AI safety frameworks often miss domain-specific risks, especially in industries like financial services. Their solution? Companies need custom industry-specific AI safety systems, not just off-the-shelf guardrails. The big takeaway here is that AI safety isn't a one-size-fits-all problem. As businesses deploy AI in critical operations, they'll need tailored, context-aware safety designs to avoid unexpected vulnerabilities. Enterprises betting on AI need to rethink how they combine RAG with safety, because when AI gets smarter, it can also get riskier if safeguards don't keep up. And that brings us to today's tech tip. Just because an AI tool says that it's safe doesn't mean it's safe for your business. Always test AI systems inside your specific workflows, especially when using tools like retrieval augmented generation or custom chatbots. Run regular exercises where you intentionally try to break or trick the AI, then patch the weak spots you find. In 2025, proactive AI testing isn't optional. It's your new insurance policy against unexpected risks. This has been the Daily Download. All sources for the stories today will be in the description below. Today's episode is brought to you by FRCS Tech, your trusted partner for business technology solutions. We help growing businesses stay secure, efficient, and ahead of the curve. To learn more, visit us at frcstech.com. We'll see you tomorrow.